Brent from Trimax. We've just want to talk about the greasing of the PTO shafts on a snake. So there are 3 side deck PTOs and the main PTO shaft that takes the drive from the tractor to the mower. We've taken a side deck PTO shaft off and we'll run through the greasing points on that with you. That's the side deck PTO shaft. So the first thing we want to do is actually split the 2 halves so we can get at the internal sliding joint. Using a screwdriver, we've removed the bellows, undoing the Jubilee clip, sliding the bellows off, and then we've put a screwdriver down the 3 slots on the cover set to separate the cover set from the shaft. So on the exposed shaft, we've got the universal joint to grease. There's 2 of those, 1 each end. The most important part to grease and the part that gets overlooked is the sliding joint. So by removing this cover set, we've exposed the length of the PTO shaft to the sliding joint. This needs to be coated in clean grease. This is the part of the shaft that's transmitting the horsepower and it's sliding as the decks move up and down following contour. Very important that this is greased every 40 hours. Failure to grease this ends up in this starting to seize up, which makes hot adjusting difficult and it stops the mower from articulating properly. When you're reassembling the shaft, putting the 2 halves back together again, you'll see it's a tri-lobe shaft. There's a flat corresponds on the inner and outer. You need to have those 2 flats lined up. That allows you to put the shaft back together again. So I've got the flat up, the flat up. Those 2 will go together and then we can slide them back together like that. This is the main PTO shaft for the snake. It's actually the same type of shaft that we use on our Pegasus mower. First thing to point out is you've got the wide angle end of the snake PTO shaft. This goes on the tractor, standard end goes on the mower. This wide angle joint has multiple grease points. They're outlined here on this service sticker, service decal that's on the shaft itself. On the non-wide angle joint, you've got 2 grease points. One you can access through the hole in the cover set here, which is the universal, and you've got the slipper bearing for the cover set on this one. As with the side and rear PTO shafts, you need to pull this apart to access the inner shaft so you can grease that so that the sliding joint's well greased. So now I've got the 2 halves separated. You can apply grease to the inside of the overlapping half of the 2 halves of the PTO shaft. That'll apply grease internally to this part of the shaft. When you're putting a shaft back together again, as per the other shaft that we showed you, you've got a flat there and a flat there. Marry the 2 flats up so that the shaft can reconnect. Give them a wiggle and then bring the 2 halves together again. Folks, to remove the cover set on the main PTO shaft, the grease point here for the slipper bearing, if you lever that out, that unlocks it. Then you'll see these nylon tags. Just pop a screwdriver in there, push that around. It's like a bayonet fitting. That then unlocks it so you can pull the shaft away from the cover set. Obviously, once you've got it back in again, it's just a matter of realigning those 3 points there and then locking it back in with that red clip. Thanks for watching this video, folks. Go to our website. There are a host of videos on the website that talk you through greasing, all the grease points on our mowers, the chassis, wheel bearings, roller bearings, all those sorts of things. Check us out at trimaxmowers.com.